So, what are the defining features of filter disco? In other words, what makes a filter disco track a typical filter disco track? Well, it's pretty easy. It's a combination of house music and disco music. Blend them together, uh, throw a couple filters on top, and there's your filter disco. That's really all that it is. For instance, for this track, I just picked a disco track. And I built a couple big house beats. And I created a big bass line. And what happens in filter disco is you don't pick the entire disco track. What you do is you go and find a bit that works on its own. Filter disco by nature is very repetitive. So what happens a lot is people pick 1 bar loops or half-bar loops, even quarter-bar loops. But I'm going to talk about that in a later tutorial. And what you need to do is find that bit of magic in a disco track that could actually be extended for 5 minutes long. And in this case, I just picked this snippet. Remember, the entire disco track is like this. And I picked this one. And that creates some sort of almost hypnotizing vibe once you couple that with big beats. So there you have it, the defining features of filter disco. Using disco loops, funk loops, big house beats, filters, of course, which I'm going to talk about later. And there you have it. The combination of this all is called filter disco.